Hello and welcome to my next part of my videos dedicated to my DVD horror collection. Right then, this is most of it is dedicated to my box set and my limited editions, which I'm going to show you now. Right, first off is US Anchor Bay limited tin of Beyond, directed by Lucio Fulci. Well, I have not called myself Fulci lover for nothing, and as you can see, this is the limited edition tin. You'd be pushed to find this edition because there were only 20,000 released of this in the country, which was in about 2000. Okay, those of you who know Fulci, I don't need to tell you what the story is. But those of you who don't know, it's about this woman who inherits a hotel from a wealthy uncle that's just passed away, and she finds out that it's been haunted by supernatural beings, and she then gets terrorized by zombies, and people start getting eaten alive by spiders, getting their eyes gouged out. Lots of nice gruesome scenes in it. Okay, next up, a nice little box set for Tombs for the Blind Dead series, released by Anchor Bay. There is Tombs of the Blind Dead in it, and Return of the Evil Dead within the box set of this UK version is slightly cut. But it's quite a nice box set to get because the rest of the movies in it are uncut, so go for that if you want. Okay, now this will be almost impossible to get hold of because it's the limited 25th anniversary edition of Ruggiero Deodato's Cannibal Holocaust. Even though there were 11,111 prints of this particular one in the country, if you see there, this one I think it sold out in on the first day of release, so inevitably you are going to be pushed for getting this. It really is very, very rare. I don't think you can get it. People are selling it for the most stupidest of prices. Right, first up, right, next up here are some limited editions from Germany. Disaster movie from the 70s. I've got 3 covers for this because of the rarity. There are only 333 in releases of this in the country of each of these. City on Fire. Right, let's give a look of each disc. So obviously very rare. In this some idiot is smoking and he throws the cigarette stub into a pit of oil on an oil refinery, and it's by a city, and the city in the name, and it blows up and it causes the whole city to be blown up as well. I've not watched through it, but it's okay. A cheesy disaster movie from the 70s, but the only problem is it's American but with German language with English subtitles. Would like to see the director's cut of it in English this one day, and I think at some stage it will be. Right, next up, The Last House on Dead on Street on the Barrel label in the US. This movie it was considered lost for many years until Barrel got hold of the rights, but it did take them ages though to finally get it released in 2002. But however, you'd be pushed to find this release these days. It's very hard to get hold of. It's also released here in the UK, I believe, on the Tartan label. As far as I know, the Tartan label is uncut as well, so if you're desperate to see that, the best thing you can do is get the Tartan version, because you'd be pushed to find the Barrel version, because the extras on it are the same as the Barrel version. Okay. Right, now this is a very rare DVD, Deadbeat at Dawn, quite a gritty film as well. I'll tell you the only reason why it's rare. After this film was released, the director of this, Jim Van Bebber, can see him right there. He did not like the print on the DVD, so he made a series of phone calls to Don May, the director of Synapse Video, and he shouted a load of abuse at him for the, I quote, pile of shit, or something like that you have sent me. So after that they fell out, and he kept on getting arrested, and I don't know what happened to him after that. After he spat his dummy out, and they've not released it anymore, so quite a collector's item. Right, now I don't think much of a cover on this limited edition. I prefer the old cover with the man getting his head drilled. That would be be better. I suppose you can't have everything. The Driller Killer. This is a nice print, by the way. Shame about the cover. It's a limited edition, only 10,000 in the world of this. It's directed by Abel Ferrara. Quite a dark and unsettling movie. The only good scene, but the only nice scene in it is the head drill scene. But apart from that, quite a dark and unsettling film. Yeah, quite a good film. Okay. He also moved on to direct Invasion of the Body Snatchers and Bad Lieutenant, I believe. Well, this is quite a classic. This is quite hard to find DVD. A Jango double bill. There's Franco Nero in it. Jango is a revenge movie from the 60s. Quite a good film. And also Jango Strikes Again. It's okay, nothing to write home about. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's a nice 80s double bill. Demons 1 and 2. Produced by Dario Argento, directed by Lamberto Bava, son of Mario Bava. Quite a few nice gore scenes in this. As you can see, this is the very rare limited edition. Yeah, quite a nice disc, quite a nice print as well. Okay, next up, Evil Dead Trilogy, the UK release. Good to see that they've brought back the original cover, because I quite prefer the original cover. It's got Evil Dead 1 to 2, 1 to 3 on it. Also a few documentaries. Yeah, and also a nice print and quite a nice art. But let's open it here. Let's see what's inside. Okay, next up is All Off It in Bars, Family Saga. Only 1,000 of these in the country, of these DVDs. One thing that I wish was is for there to have been an English track, either an English language track on it, or either at least a track with English subtitles on it, which is a crying shame that it hasn't got any English subtitles on it. because it looks like quite a bad taste, hilarious comedy. Well, I suppose you can't have everything. Let's prove that there's only 1,000 of these in the country. See? Right. Next up, some more It and Bar. Right, hold on a minute, hang on. Right, released by XT, who brought us the previous DVD I showed you. Olaf Ittenbar's Garden of Love. All different covers. Let me show you. And one autographed by Olaf Ittenbar. Now these are very rare because there's only 1,000 of each in the country. Take a look. Yeah, some of the dialogue is quite funny. Nice score scenes as well, isn't it? And if you look elsewhere on YouTube, you'll find a really nice clip of it being posted. That's gory preview for you. Anyway, on to the next finger. Right, the original Red Dragon from 1986, Manhunter. It's a prequel to Silence of the Lambs. It's released by Anchor Bay, limited edition. On this edition you get the director's cut of the movie, also the theatrical version. Yeah, very good thriller, nice music in it as well. It's a whole lot better than the remake, which was called Red Dragon. Okay, that's all I'm going to say for this. Right, another mega rare DVD I've got in. Another mega rare edition I've got in my collection is the tin version of Maniac. It also comes with a CD. See, of as a star's head of a funny shape. Yeah, quite a nice collector's item to have, and by the way, it's released by Anchor Bay. You'll be pushed to find any more of these editions of this. Yeah, quite a disturbing film. A nice exploding head which was engineered by Tom Savini, and ironically Tom Savini is in this and he becomes the victim of that very scene. Nicely done in slow motion. Yeah, some other nice gore sequences in it, also done by him as well. That's all I'm going to say for that. Right, limited edition of 30th anniversary of Night of the Living Dead. Someone had the fucking brass neck to change the soundtrack of it and put some scenes of it, some more additional scenes of this in the film, which absolutely ruined the film, to be honest with you. But with this, this is another collector's item, by the way. You also get the CD of this. The additional scenes were directed by John Russo, who went on to do the 1981 film of Midnight, but this edition is wank. I only get this limited edition if you're a serious collector like me. Okay. Right. The limited edition of Andreas Snaz's Nikos the Impaler. Right, this is a limited edition. Let's see. Let me show you the only thing that's collectible about this. It has Andreas Snaz's signature on it, and allegedly are supposed to be 6,666 copies in the world. Movie's a little bit of a disappointment, to be honest with you. I believe Troma picked this up in the US. Also Lloyd Kaufman, the guy behind the Troma films, made an appearance in this, so I believe. But it's not bad. I suppose there are some nice gore sequences in it, but not many. Okay, next up is Dario Argento's classic giallo opera, aka Terror at the Opera. This is yet again limited edition. I don't think this is yet a collector's item, and I'll tell you the reason why. When this was first released, there was problems with DVD of this. Copies of this started breaking and pixelating and stuff, and other several manufacturing problems. But this is a nice disc released by Anchor Bay. This is going to be out of print soon because it's being released again by Blue Underground, I believe. But with this you get the CD of the soundtrack. Yeah, very good film, nice gore sequences, good camera work, typical of Dario Argento when he used to be good at directing films. There's also a good gore sequence when somebody gets stabbed in the neck, and the quite a fun film. You get okay, let's hold this on a little bit. Okay, here's another double bill, Tenebrae and Deep Red, released again by Bianca Bay. Right, I think that does it for the first part. Opens his mouth and you see the blade in it down his throat. Really good stuff. Right, Sebastian Radke's short movie, Psychotica. Yep, not a bad debut from Sebastian Radke of his hour-long film. Quite a few nice sequences, gore sequences in it. Only 1,000 of these in the world. This is copy 832. I think you'll be pushed getting hold of these. Right, okay. Right, okay, here's the box set. Here's a nice little box set. The Animator, and we've got the glow-in-the-dark hyperdelic needle here, there, with it in. That comes with it, released by Anchor Bay. And this version came out finally uncut after being cut for many years. I'm going to give you a closer look at the hyperdelic needle. Yeah. So on to the next. Get back in, you little fucker. Okay, next up is the Criterion edition of RoboCop. Another rare gem. This is the director's cut. On this, you get audio commentary by Paul Verone and other crew members, and also the trailer and teaser trailer. and an illustrated essay on the making of Robocop. Okay, to a disc edition of Terra Firma.